Hey guys, Flower here. I am here to show you my modernish mansion. Wow, that's really hard to say. I didn't even think about that when I wrote that. This is my speed build for this mansion. I got the inspiration from a house I saw in a magazine. Um, I didn't do the floor plan exactly to the house in the magazine. I hardly ever do. I usually just take the picture of the house and then uh, make the house and then make the floor plan how I like. I just kind of figure out the floor plan on my own. Now this house is a two-story house. Two-flory. That's what I was gonna say. Two-flory house. Uh, it um it took a long time to build, so I'm splitting this building in half, this speed build in half, so you can see right now you're seeing the exterior and the interior walls, and I believe the landscaping, and then in the next one you will see the interior decorating, and um so yeah. Now, this one was very difficult for me to figure out because it's a very large build and I'm not used to building large builds. And I also wanted it to look sort of like the picture. So I it took me a long time to figure out the exact like spacing of those little columns in the front, and then I was trying to figure out how I could get a line between the windows because there was a line between them. So then I realized that if I take medium wall height on the bottom and regular wall height on the top, then it will give you that line between the windows. And I um I definitely had a lot of fun with this build. I'm not used to building like modern things, so I don't that's why I called it modern-ish mansion because it's sort of modern, but it's also sort of like full of pastel colors and stuff. I'm very into the pastel colors recently. I'm not sure why, but all of a sudden I just started liking pastels. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing this. I hated the roofs. I will tell you that right now. That little tower in the front, you will see in a little bit. I will make a roof for it, and then I will come back later and I will mess around with that roof a lot, like a lot. Because in the picture, that roof had or the tower had a roof that was like a normal roof with a skylight, a round skylight in it. So I was trying to figure out how I could do that, and I just never figured it out, unfortunately. So it just has like a skylight for a roof. But yeah, I really didn't have a lot of trouble with the other roofs, which is odd because I'm not really that great with roofing, but I guess all those roofing tutorials that I watched helped a lot. So now I'm not sure in the picture that I found if there was actually a room on the top floor, but I decided I wanted like a little like observation room up on the top. So here I am trying to make this weird bubbly skylight thing, and I think I just leave it at that. But then that roof behind it just doesn't fit. I should have made that into a balcony. That would have been so much easier than trying to figure out how to make that roof fit in there. Um, I left my saves in here because they really didn't take that long, and it's a reminder for everyone who plays the game to hit save as often as you can because you never know what's going to happen. So yeah, I built that tower so it would fit the stairs in. So I built the stairs first and then I built the tower around the stairs. And there I am playing with different like roof textures, and I'm trying to get that look that it had with and it just wasn't working because every time I put a regular roof up there, it would just go like right underneath the glass roof. So I never did quite figure that part out, but I did get a lot of the other stuff I wanted in the house, which is good. I really I keep saying I really had fun, but I did. I had a lot of fun with this build, except for that. Stupid, stupid roof right there. As you can see, I just keep going back to it and like picking at it and picking at it, but it never worked out. So I'm trying to decide on the different types of windows. The windows on that side, I they don't quite look the same as the ones on the other side, so I'm trying to decide whether I want the same kind, like just trying to figure out because it doesn't have to be exactly to the picture that I saw. But there I was trying to decide whether I wanted medium height on the top floor too, and I decided I did not want that. Now this house in the pictures, it has a living room with a cathedral ceiling. Now cathedral ceilings are very hard to do in The Sims because of the way that the roofing is. If you do it wrong, then the roof will show through on the floor above it. So I think all I did was, yeah, I just made it into, instead of having that roof like that go all the way up to the top how it was supposed to go, I just made it go into the first level and then made that into a balcony. Because not only was it the only way I could do it, but it just made more sense to make like a little balcony there since it was like an observation tower. Because I put this in what I think it was in Newcrest, but it's on the waterfront, so you can see the water from that balcony and it looks really pretty. I may have taken screenshots from that balcony. I can't remember. Now the screenshots will come in the next video. I was trying to decide whether or not to put them in this video or not, but I think I'm just going to put them in the next video because this one is already 20 minutes long and I don't like to go too much over 20 minutes because, well, who wants to watch 20 minutes of somebody just messing around? But yeah, so this is my modern-ish mansion. Let's see, is there anything else I wanted to tell you? I might just let it go to music and let you enjoy this, but first I want to show you what I did in the area to remove the floor for the cathedral ceiling. Oh, and when I adjusted the height of the house, I lost all my windows, and the roof wouldn't let me have the window height I wanted. So I kept messing around with it. Every time I would move it, it would just switch it back, and it was getting really annoying. That tower just gave me so much trouble. So I think I eventually just went back to what I had to begin with, but every time I would go to put that thing on there, it would cut out the windows. So I tried the different shapes, and I think that one actually works instead of just the plain round one. So I wanted to get it where it wasn't, see how it's kind of lopsided on the side there? I wanted to get it where it wasn't quite like that, but it was like the only thing I could do. This roof, it about killed me doing this roof. This one little tiny circle roof. It looks like a piece of poop right there. But yeah, see, I almost had it, and then I was like, yeah, that's not going to work because I was just going to leave that little hole there and then paint the roof a flooring color. And I thought, well, that looks nice. But I think in the end, I just go back and change it because I don't like it. I might leave it like that. I can't remember. I built this house back in April, I think, right at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. I pretty much had never built in The Sims before. I mean, I built like silly little box houses, they didn't look wonderful. But once the pandemic hit and we were trapped inside, I had nothing else to do. And so I was watching YouTube videos and I was watching people build in YouTube videos. I was watching speed builds and I was like, I really like this. And I've always loved floor plans. I actually collected floor plan books just because I love to look at floor plans. That's how weird I am. I don't know anything about, like house building or anything like that. I just love to look at floor plans. So as you can see there, I'm fixing up the room. You can see from the top floor to the bottom floor with a little walkway in between there. But yeah, so once the quarantine started and we were all trapped in our houses and we couldn't really do much, I was playing The Sims and I got kind of bored with it. So I figured, why not try to build my own house? So I built my own house and something happened where I just got like obsessed with building houses. I did for probably April and May, I had a house build a month. I mean a day. A house built a day. So every day I would have a new house build. And if you look at my Twitter, which is Mystic Flower Sim, although I think if you look up Mystic Flower Sims, and that's FLOWUR, if you look that up and then go back in the past, you can see like my build for the day. This is my build for the day. So it's like every single day I had a build ready to share because that's all I did for April and May. Um, it kind of slowed down a little bit. I got to where I didn't really want to do a lot of building because I got sick of like just doing the same things over and over again. And then I got some more floor plan books that I ordered, and they came in and I got really excited and started building again. And then eco lifestyle happened, and I got a bit obsessed with that. So I've been mostly playing eco lifestyle. But yeah, so see how I'm just building the floor plan. I'm trying to make it as like realistic as possible. Oh, sorry, I just remembered this build has my absolute favorite room in it. That room I just created at the top floor there. Um, it's like an outer space themed room, I believe. So you'll have to wait till part two to see it, but it is one of my favorite rooms. Like if I had a room, that's what my room would look like. So actually a lot of these builds in here or the rooms in here they're just like probably some of the best rooms I did. That's why I chose this one as one my first non-quarantine house challenge build to put up. Now see, as you can see right here, I'm trying to figure out a way to make it so there's no floor in the tower part of the tower, so there's no ceiling and it just goes straight up, but I never really did accomplish that. So there's still flooring around there. I think I put like plants in there or something. So I guess I do leave that roof, that little tiny roof that way. I might change it again later, but I think I'm pretty satisfied with it, I guess. But and those that railing, I had so much trouble with that railing. It kept every time I'd take it down, it would just pop it back up again. But so yeah, this is my modern-ish mansion, and I really love it. It's one of my favorite builds that I did. See, there I am messing with that thing again. I thought it might look different if I put it with the walls like that, but I didn't. I think eventually I take that down too. Yeah. And I just put it back the way it was because it does look like the picture with that little bubble thing in there. Now the backyard, they didn't really show the back of the house other than like, just a straight roof going from almost the ground all the way up to the top of the house. So the backyard or the back of the house, I kind of had my own. I played with it a little, and I had a lot of fun building it. I actually built a really awesome. Like I don't know if I build it if I show it here or in the interior video, but I have a really cool like pool area with a jacuzzi and some like a little seating area and stuff. I put a lot of effort into this build, and a lot of times I'll get bored with the build and just kind of slap things down, but this one I didn't. I kept trying to better it and better it. And I figured that roof right there looked a little bit more modern than the other roof did. Because you know how the modern roofs always have kind of that like slant roof on it rather than the peaked roof. So, and plus I wanted to add more windows into that room because it didn't seem to have a lot of windows, so it was a little dark in there. So yeah, that's my favorite room right there. Once it gets built or decorated, I should say. This room down here is a really nice room too, and I was playing around with the windows because I had the different sizes of the windows. Would have been really cool is if I had like the tallest of the tall walls, and then I could have like a small window and then a medium and then a large and then go back down again. That would have been really cool. I should have done that, but I didn't. So yeah, um, I might be doing the pool area here. I'm not sure. I'm playing around a bit more with the different that deck up there that just kept giving me trouble. But it wasn't as bad as that tower because that tower was the worst. But now I'm centering the house. Oh, that's right. I do the landscaping. So now landscaping also has always been a um something I didn't enjoy doing until, like probably 2 or 3 weeks into my building. I landscaped one of the houses and I had so much fun landscaping it that I really enjoy landscaping it. I tend to go overboard on the landscaping though. And I hardly ever use these square hedge bushes. So I thought it would be neat to have them because it's kind of like geometrical and, you know. So, yeah, I put them in there. I don't know, it's kind of weird looking, but it kind of fits. I mean, it's modern, so it's supposed to be. And those lollipop topiaries, I just knew I had to put those in there. So, um I was going kind of for minimalist here, but not really. Just with the flowers, I was trying not to go like really overboard with them like I normally do. So I think I did a pretty good job with not going really overboard. But yeah, and I put those flagstone pavers. I really like those a lot, but I think I might change them out later to like pebbles. I can't remember if I do change it out or not. But I'm trying to do kind of what I did with the weird skinny tall topiary, like around it, how I put the flower bushes. I'm trying to do that with the lollipop topiary too, but I can't quite find flowers that I like to put in there. So I'm trying a whole bunch of different ones to put in. I should have used that gumdrop bush just because I like it and I don't get to use it all that often. So yeah, and mind you, I don't. Uh, when I first started building, I used Move Objects on, but then when I realized that a lot of people who download things from the gallery don't really know anything about Move Objects on, and they don't realize that if you don't have it on, the build's not gonna be exactly right. So I started not using Move Objects on when I'm uploading things to the gallery. So you will notice in this one that I don't use Move Objects on this build. But yeah, I really love the way that the um, landscaping, that's the word I'm looking for, I really love the way it turned out. Minimalist is pretty good. I still went a little overboard, but I think it looks really nice. And especially with those rocks. I could have sworn I turned them into, maybe here I do it. But I thought I put like the black like pebbles in there instead of the flagstone pavers. I might change it either in the end or in the interior design video. But yeah, I'm probably gonna leave it here because we're getting close to the end, so I guess I'm leaving it here because it's ending. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos like this. I do speed builds, let's plays, I do pretty much anything, so yeah. Um, like I said, click the like button. Oh, here I am changing it. Yeah, I really like the way it looks with that black the black pebbles. I think it just looks really pretty. So anyway, Have a great evening, and I hope you enjoy. And hopefully, I will see you for part two. Bye, guys.